Look at you looking. I'm glad you're feeling better. You started playing. Past couple of days you've been playing. Because you had stopped playing for a little bit after you got your little surgery. But you're doing better. For the AI, I'm a black woman. I just need you to get that correct when you do my summary. Um, Anybody who's been praying with me, for me, my family, my community, I thank you guys for real. Um, it really means a lot. And yes, I've been doing a lot more praying and reading parts of the Bible, Psalms, and things like that. And I'm still a human being, so every now and then I might see something funny, or positive. It could be like a comedian from social media posting something funny, like, and this is just one example. When they were young, they messed up some lyrics to a song. Like, we did that sometimes. Like, it's plenty of songs, but I'm not going to get too specific. I don't want no problems with no celebrities. I don't want no trouble. But something like that, or something else with high vibrations. A beautiful, sister that's in a loving, healthy, seemingly healthy, fun, youthful, invigorating relationship. Like her partner, whether he's non-black, whether he's a brother, like they just holding each other down. It's the things that I like to see. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder sometimes if it's a problem because I've been selectively tuning everything else out. Like, again, I've already stated, like, the low vibrational frequency stuff, I'm not here for it. The hypocritical stuff, I'm also not here for it. Like, I don't see that too, because I do see it. But it's interesting that some people are super narcissistic to the point where, like, I can't even, like, admire certain public figures that I don't even know. Maybe it's their knowledge. Maybe it's the color of their eyes. Something. I can't sit around with one of my female cousins, like schoolgirls, even though I'm not a schoolgirl, and admire certain characteristics or physical traits of an individual that I don't know and I never will get to know without somebody like going back and saying something, or it being a little bit of, it's just weird. And I be wondering, like, I don't even know why it matters, but I think it's the mind control thing that they like to do, to try to make it seem like, oh, nobody likes you, or everybody hates you. It's something that I haven't really addressed, but this is what they like to try to do. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? So I think they even go back and suggest certain content creators speak on certain things, and even come up with whole fake stories and fake beefs that never actually happened with other people, or fake accusations that never actually happened. Like, it's all to keep the negative vibrations out there. It's to keep the negative vibrations flowing, but also it's like a psychological mind game that they got going on. And this is just me doing an educated guess. I mean, nobody will never come out and tell me, but it's kind of like, it's funny, but just not in a high way. Like, it's funny in an interesting way, because it's just like, okay, I might have liked the pair of shoes you got. I might have liked the eye color. That's it. Like realistically, I know that, we'll never get a chance to be in the same room with each other. We'll never get a chance to, and this will probably be the same way if I wasn't a target individual. If I didn't have the controversy hanging over my head, it would probably be the same way. Like, there's a lot of these people, like, I never get a chance to shake their hand, be their friend, whatever. And then on top of that, I'm very, much a woman of color. And I don't know how certain people might feel about that either. but because I'm also realist. But on the flip side, not everybody hates us. Uh, and it's evident in a lot of the stuff that I follow that I'm interested in. Because I said it before, I'd like to see, I guess, because like growing up in the hood, a very black girl in the hood, a lot of times I heard from other males, especially in my age demographic, that nobody would love us. And this is like, it was purely just like because of a phenotype, color, hair texture. That's it. Like, and then later on, it was because, oh, y'all loud and y'all angry, and a lot of y'all are overweight. So no man would ever, what I'm saying? No man would ever love. I heard that a lot. Like, no man would ever love you. Like, you don't really, as a human being, you like by default, you really don't have any value because, like, you're just not you're not pretty enough, or you're just too black, something along the line of that, right? So it kind of hit different for me when I do see women of my tribe that are doing good, doing better than me. And at this point, I feel like for the most part, maybe all I can do is fantasize about the relationship that I would aspire to. Because it's always somebody throwing monkey wrenches over here. And so this is not really ideal. You can have a really, really good partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all could be so chill, but it's different. It's way different when you guys have no privacy. It's always people in people's ear, and other things are being like manipulated. That's basically adding tension and friction, and a lot of times you guys might have disagreements and you can't see eye to eye, and you bump heads often because it's things that are cruel and unusual happening in the background, and things that are not normal, like not having any privacy, and literally everything that's not normal. The average couple is not dealing with that. It's not normal. It's not normal. It doesn't matter what you two guys are doing. It's just not normal. And I don't think it's really conducive for the healthiest, happiest connection, whether it's romantic, whether it's just platonic. It's just not really like, you know what I'm saying? Like, couples need privacy. All right? They absolutely need privacy, and they need the freedom to like hustle. You understand what I'm saying? They need the freedom to like, you know what I'm saying? It can't be all this extra stuff going on, and then your partner just don't understand it because they're not going through everything you're going through. So they just don't understand. And you guys have your disagreements, and you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they might get up and leave and go elsewhere. Like, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Because not everything is meant to be everybody else's business. It is what it is. So yeah, I mean, I'm a grown woman, but I have my little schoolgirl fantasies. So what? I'm not hurting anything. I'm not hurting anybody because I might admire somebody's eye color. I might admire an outfit that somebody wore, or the way they talk, the way they communicate. I might admire their hair and skin. I might admire seeing beautiful, attractive, dark-skinned women, the same type of women that I was told by so many people in my own race that no man would ever love. Even brothers, and as a little girl, dealing with a whole lot of, colorism and featureism, and even having to deal with it in my own biological family. And a lot of times I would look at the women, in the community, 4C type hair, high cheekbones, full lips, and it's like, wow, like, I really don't see no sisters with rings on their fingers. I really don't see a lot of the sisters are stressed out. A lot of them are stressed out. A lot of them are raising children alone. A lot of them aren't happy, or they're not happy with the man that they with, and they feel like they settled. A lot of times they're angry. A lot of times they tolerate a whole lot of abuse and dysfunction just so they can say that they have a man or they're just single. So you look around, you look at your environment, you look at a lot of women in your family, you see the things that they're going through, and then every time you're going to school, it's little black boys saying nobody would ever love you, or really nobody would ever love women that kind of have your phenotype. And when I say phenotype, I don't want no problems with nobody, but it's. You know what I'm saying? Like I used celebrities' names before as a reference. I don't know them. We're not affiliated. We've never been associated or acquainted. I don't know them. Just so it can make sense, because African Americans are not a monolith. We come in so many shades and colors. We have so many different hair textures. You know what I'm saying? And eye colors and features. So when I would hear them say, nobody would ever love girls like you. Basically, they're really saying women like Monique. They really saying women like Normani, Fantasia. That's what they really meant. And so I'm hearing these things on a regular basis in school, and I'm also watching what's happening with a lot of sisters in my family, including my mother, who sometimes was in abusive relationships with brothers, or dysfunctional relationship with brothers. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like it hit home in a way that it shouldn't have, and it hurt. That hurt hit a little different, because you hearing these things, and then like things are changing in the media, so you're seeing more and more of your image being replaced, and or when you do see a woman on TV that looks like you, she's loud, she's aggressive. She's probably in a movie or a TV show raising a child alone. You know what I'm saying? It's real stereotypical. She's not the love interest. She's not the beautiful, light-skinned love interest with long curly hair and green eyes. So like, and then you see a lot of your faves. You know what I'm saying? More and more of them, they are with, it's programming. It's programming. Whether it's intentional or not, it's all programming. It's all programming. So as I grew older, I get real excited when I see women from this particular tribe who are being loved on. And I almost feel like sometimes I have to apologize for being happy for seeing that. I almost feel like, I'm breaking some type of law in the black community just because I'm happy to see the most hated type of woman being loved on. Or I might say I would like to see more of it, And she could be with a man that's Asian. She could be with a man with blonde hair and blue eyes. Or she could be with a brother. And this is the type of stuff I like to follow. I like to see in my feed. Healthy recipes. Stuff about the, spirituality, gardening, cats, everything related to, I love cats. Dogs are cool too, but I really, really love, fashion. I did say interracial relationships involving sisters, and some of them are same race relationships. So what's interesting to me, I started getting bombarded with a whole bunch of nonsense yesterday. Speaking of, and I think these people are very narcissistic and dangerous, because it's like they want me to see them, when a couple years ago it was just like, yo, block me, don't follow me, don't at me, da 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 da. And I oblige, but also too, if I see any subliminal disrespect, like, you don't even have to tell me. Like, I'm not gonna hesitate. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not here for the low vibrational back and forth, especially if it's somebody with too much power and privilege than me, because then it becomes a level of safety. I not only got to think about, they might have fans that can come out and stalk me or hurt me or whatever. I got to think about my family. And you might be wondering why I'm saying all this and what's the point in me bringing it up. It's because it's like, okay, so on IG, I tune out a lot of that stuff. I block stuff. I mute it. And if I'm not mistaken, the app Threads is like an extension of IG. Is Threads is like the Twitter version of IG. But I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, if I blocked all these individuals on IG, why am I seeing so much about them in my threads? It's like they got a way to manipulate your algorithm, and they got a way to manipulate your timeline. Excuse me. It's like these are people that I've blocked. Even pages associated with them or fan pages I block. I'm not understanding. I just feel like if you block fan pages and pages regarding certain individuals and public figures on IG, then you shouldn't start seeing them on your threads. It's just my personal opinion. Like they be taking over my algorithm and my feed and my timeline and force me to look at stuff I don't care for. Because it took me a long time, only a few years ago, to finally learn how to stop caring about people and stop wanting attention and admiration from people who've made it clear that I'm not really, by default, by virtue. It's not even just, okay, you got all this controversy hanging over your head. We don't know if you could trust you or you a liability. It's just this hate, this disdain, the black people, the problem that a lot of African Americans have with each other, like colorism, which actually goes back to slavery. Like, it's been around way longer than me. Way longer than me. But the point of the matter is, it's just like, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulders when you learn how to stop yearning for acceptance. You no longer want that seat at the table. And you don't care if people don't want to give you representation, or they don't want to share the spotlight with a woman who looks like you on an even kill. You don't even care anymore. Or maybe it used to hurt your feelings a lot to see a lot of brothers be with women that look nothing like you, and now it don't mean nothing to you at all. For some of us, that's a process. That's a process. And it's not easy to get over. It's not easy to overcome. You know what I'm saying? When your family was all about black love, chocolate babies, da 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 da, like that, so rejection, especially when it's accompanied by sexism and colorism, that sugar honey iced tea, it hit different. It hurt certain sisters. And sometimes it did hurt me. I know I'm not supposed to be a human being and I'm not supposed to have feelings, but sometimes it hurt me in a way that I don't think I could really put into words. It did sometimes. And I would actually cry. But I'm over that now because I don't want nobody that don't want me. I don't want nobody that don't want me. And this is why I make my algorithm a certain type of way to the best of my ability. Like, I like to see black women with people that love them. I like to see black women from this tribe, the high cheekbones, the full lips, the broad nose, the 4C hair, pregnant, married. I love to see that. That's what I like to see. Again, I don't really care what race or color the partner is, long as they're not dysfunctional, long as he's not showing signs that he's like abusive or even emotionally abusive or dysfunctional or something like that. That's what I like to see. So it's just like, I'm seeing all this stuff from the Grammys, and it's awkward because I didn't ask to see none of that stuff. I'm thinking to myself, okay, what does this have to do with funny cat videos? What does any of this have to do with makeup for black women or gardening tips, how to grow your own food, prepping? What does this have to do with, sisters that's relatively in shape? They're either in an interracial union or they're with a nice, attractive brother, and they cook together, they decorate their house together, they work out together, they go on nice vacations together. Like, I don't understand. The goofy, ignorant stuff. You know what I'm saying? things I didn't ask for. And then also, I'm seeing certain individuals that IG, I already blocked them. Not just, and it's not just IG, other social media platforms that I use, I've been blocking individuals. So it's no problems. It's no drama. I don't want no, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no drama or whatever. And before, it's like people wanted me to block them, and now it's just like something is happening to where the opposite is occurring. It seems like it's almost like, look at me. I want you to see me. It's like, yeah, but I don't really care to see people that probably don't care for me, don't care to see me. Or they don't care to see me when I'm at my best, when I'm healthy, when I'm happy. Almost like earlier today. Like today, somebody helped me with a favor, but they was like basically rushing me to go and do what I had to do. I didn't really get a chance to get dressed the way I wanted to get dressed. I don't know. I woke up, my body was sore. I was unusually tired, but I got up. I had to go get some food for the house, and I don't know. So something funny was happening, and I felt like somebody was trying to like put me in the background of their TikTok thing, which is kind of rude. And it's just like, I'm tired. My thyroid be acting up. My blood pressure be acting up sometimes. And I said it before. Sometimes I just want to get comfortable. I want to wash my body, so I'm up on, make sure I'm up on my hygiene game, and make sure my clothes is clean. I don't always want to, you know what I'm saying? And this is not me trying to be funny, not for nothing though, but the brothers who are not so shallow, the brothers who are not like colorists, super duper colorists, and they actually find beauty in the round, full lips, the high cheekbones, the 4C hair. That, they don't mind a sister like Tasia or like Monty, right? Because that's once again, I don't know these beautiful women. They're talented, whatever. We are strangers, but they look like they could be in. This is just fully physical, right? If we were in a tribe in Africa, we look like we would be in the same tribe. Not every black person look like that. It's different tribes in Africa. You know where I'm going. So you know that. Like for example, if you look at the beautiful women in the Horn of Africa, and you look at women in certain tribes like the Bantu tribe, it's a difference. It is a difference. Like if you look at a lot of the women in Southern Sudan, I'm recording this. Like my thing is picking up all this stuff. There's a difference in general, and again, not all Africans are not a monolith. But there's a difference. There, you know what I'm saying? Like we look different. But the point of the matter is, what I'm trying to get around to before like I started getting interrupted. Excuse me. What I'm trying to get around to is like, for the brothers who love the Bantu types of black females, you literally really don't have. And I'm not really sure if certain types of black people understand this or not. And even for men that are not black, if they're already naturally attracted to women like that, like all you really gotta do is be clean. You could actually wash and condition your 4C afro and comb it out, and throw on some jeans, throw on some Adidas, some Ugg boots, or some nice sweatpants, a trench coat, and you attract. See, some of us, like, even though I'm not single, right? Hypothetically, some of us are not trying to attract people that probably think we're too black anyway. They probably think our lips are too full anyway. They probably think our nose is too broad anyway. So people trying to do comparisons to me and other women of African descent that's not even from this tribe, and a lot of the men that like them, they tend to be shallow. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't like certain types of women of a darker hue, of a specific phenotype. Like we're not. I don't. Once again, I need people to understand this. I don't want people that don't want me. I don't want people that don't want me. But it's just like, I'm not feeling good today. Like I really, really wasn't feeling good earlier, right? And it's just like, you want to do your video and you turn your camera on in the front. I'm right there. and you want to run through your hair and all that stuff. I'm like, is this person trying to like get me in a little TikTok video? And see, when I get dolled up, like I got dolled up for New Year's, and I went and danced with a bunch of strangers, including some Asian guy, but it wasn't anything inappropriate. We was just having fun at the restaurant. He also helped me get some free champagne. Shout out to him. Or for my birthday, people don't do funny stuff like that. Like I'm gonna intentionally sit like right directly in front of her. I'm gonna turn my front camera on. I'm gonna run my fingers through my hair. You know what I'm saying? So people can see the difference. And this person didn't have my phenotype or my complexion. I just felt like, so I didn't say, I just moved out the way. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of intrusive. I mean, you can record whoever you want, but you don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like almost like you're trying to put me in your video. So people can compare, us. Again, I don't want people that don't want me. And I know for a fact that, hey, whoever wants her, chances are that's probably the only type of black woman that they want, which is their business. It's their prerogative. I like this. See, people that like to be funny like that, and I don't want to say it's colorism, but that's what it is. It's colorism, it's featureism. See, I like to steer clear. I like to steer far away from them. But again, it's like when on my days when I'm feeling better and my body is better and my skin is better and I actually have the time and the energy to actually do my hair, which is not easy. I have 4C hair. This is like the strongest hair. If you're a person of African descent, you know what I'm talking about. It's a process to get your hair together in the morning or whenever you feel like getting up to get dressing. It is a process. If you don't already have your hair braided, let's say you want to put on a lace front, you got to condition this baby after you wash it. You might have to slap water on it or some jam or some gel. After you've washed it, conditioned, blow dry, you got to tie it back. Even if you just want to do a ponytail and you want to add an extension. It's a lot you have to do to 4C hair. But if you're in a rush, you're tired, you got a lot to do, you know what I'm saying? You don't have the time and you probably haven't been really feeling good. So you just throw a scarf on, a hat, get a big old t-shirt, sweatpants. People just be being funny. And then I'll be wanting to tell them, like, listen, I'm not interested in you or the individuals that might want you, but also probably really got a real disdain for women in my tribe in general. But, it's me, so, anti-blackness is cool now because it's me. And a lot of people got a whatever against me, so it's cool now. I just slid on over. I'm going to get out of the way. Because with all due respect, I don't want nothing to do with what you got going on. But I know when somebody's trying to be funny. I just was wondering, like, damn, for my birthday, where was all of this? Damn, when I got dressed up, and it was very, it's funny. It was very, very cold for New Year's Eve. I threw on a nice black trench coat, and I had did my hair in a lace front that looked like a 28 piece. It was very pretty. And my makeup was very minimal. It was like the no makeup look. And I was a little bit smaller too for New Year's. Nobody, intentionally sat in front of me with their hair and everything done that don't look like me to turn their front cameras on while I'm in the back behind their shoulder to start running their fingers with it. Nobody did that. They never do that when I get dressed up. It's interesting. Like some of us who've been dealing with certain things like colorism, we know it when we see it. Even though, again, I'm not trying to attract the people that might want somebody else. I'm not trying to attract the people that might want somebody that's lighter or with more narrow features. Thinner lips, a thinner nose bridge. I'm not interested in guys like that. I would actually be interested in men that's actually attracted to the women of this tribe, to the sisters that look like Tasia, that look like Monique. They're actually attracted to black women like that, which is another reason why I follow them. You know, a lot of them have babies together. They're married. Like I'm not interested in people that don't like women like me anyway. So it's funny when I see certain people of African descent start doing little petty stuff. I learned a little while ago to stop doing that, to stop yearning or wanting the love or attention or affection from people that made it clear that, hey, they not here for women that look like this, really in general. In general. So when you see them, you know, with other folks, hey, I'm happy for you guys. Good luck to you guys, whatever. But I try to stay out the way. I like to, you know, steer clear from, you know, anything that could be, I don't know, like passive aggressive or trying to aggravate some type of hidden insecurity or whatever, or, you know, just funny stuff. Like, look, she ain't been feeling good lately. Look, she got dark circles under her eyes thanks to EMF, and her hair shorter, and she ain't do her afro today. She ain't dress up nice today. Like, yeah, so let's be petty around her. Yeah, I see, I don't got time for that. Oh, look at me and my partner. You know, look at me. See, yeah, I don't got time for y'all. God bless you guys, but I'm a back about the way. I don't got time for the funny, catty, low vibrational stuff. I'm a slide on up out the way. If we get off at the same stop, I'm actually gonna cross the street from you. Then I didn't see. You can't tell me. Then you can't say I'm the problem. I'm blocking you. I'm moving out the way. I'm crossing the street when I see you. I can't be the problem. I can't be the problem. I don't want to be bothered with anything that's not for me. Anything or anybody that's not for me. Or women that look like me. And I'm saying this with the utmost respect.